What's up guys, it's Talon here, and in today's video, we have highlights from the Solo Victory Cup. In game number 1, we're looking to get in some fights, and we start off right off spawn.
I hate that spot though, I'm gonna be dying off of it. It's so annoying.
A little later on, we decide to W key this opponent at Fencing Fields. It's already time to play the endgame, and I see this opponent get fried, and I play aggressive into his box. After picking up that elimination though, my back is incredibly weak, and so am I, and I end up going down to a third party, but get a top 10 with 3 eliminations in game number 1. In game number 2, this time I do not get into any engagements, and I do play for the endgame. After cracking this opponent white though, an opponent who's hiding underneath my box barrel stuffs me with a drum gun, and I go down in 10th with no eliminations in game number 2. Game number 3, things are not good either. After picking up this elimination right off the spawn, I end up getting W keyed by multiple opponents in the storm, and I have no whites, and in game number 3, I go down with only 1 elimination and a minimal amount of points. Game number 4 was absolutely heartbreaking. After getting this free elimination off spawn, I end up getting into a fight with another opponent in the mid game. He ends up griefing all of my health and shield, so I decide to play aggressive for my cash, but I end up getting tagged for whites and know I'm going to get W keyed. Somehow, I end up fending off this W keyer with no hard materials left, and he eventually leaves, and I'm left to get the rewards of the cash. However, unfortunately, in the fight, I had edited a floor and a cone, and another opponent barrel stuffed me with the auto shotgun once he realized my tops were exposed, and I go down after basically a very valiant effort. In game number 5, this nightmare of a tournament continues. Unfortunately, I land off spawn but are immediately contested and go down in game number 5 with no points. In game number 6, I have no choice but to have a good game here. Unfortunately, I do make it to the end game, and right before the end game starts, I get a massive refresh onto this opponent on backside. It's time to play the end game, and here's how the end game went. After that top 5 performance, we are back in the realm of qualification, and it came down to this last game. I know I need around 10 points to guarantee the qual, and I'm fortunate off spawn to be granted a free elimination when this opponent ran away from another fight. I try to play for the endgame, but I have no grappler. I do end up getting a massive impact onto this opponent carrying the mythic shotgun and the medallion. However, his grappler somehow disappeared from my view, and I still am playing this endgame without a grappler. Here's how the endgame went. After clutching up the qualification in the last 2 games, I'm feeling very confident going into finals, and I'm looking to W key this opponent who has no idea I'm above him. Check out this fight. After picking up that elimination, I have never been more set in the finals, so you know that means I have to absolutely choke it away. With 6 medkits and nearly capped mats, I make the mistake of boxing up too deep into the newly set zone, and I end up getting lobby focused and going down here with the best setup I've ever had going into a finals. After that unbelievably huge choke, we're trying to bounce back in game number 2, and right off spawn, I'm granted a free elimination after baiting this chest. I end up making it to the endgame, and here's how the endgame went. It was unfortunate that I was unable to get a 1 pump on that opponent after hitting him for 170 plus. But in game number 3, things were not meant to be, as I go down off spawn, thus ending this entire season's worth of solo tournament. To be honest, it felt good to qualify, however, this season as a whole was by far the worst solos I had ever played, even in comparison to last season. I truly need to get back on track, and hopefully next season I can make a massive improvement, because to be honest, it was incredibly rough. Well guys, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. And I hope I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.